everyone. Welcome to episode 68 of the Trading Without Borders podcast. And happy Africa Day to all my African brothers and sisters. Today, the African Union Commission celebrated the 60th anniversary of the Organization of African Unity, which has now transitioned into the African Union. And so all Africans, we are celebrating our day today, and also the AU used the opportunity to pay tribute to the founding fathers and the mothers of the Organization of African Unity / African Union. And for those that are not aware, the OAU was founded in 1963, that was 25th May 1963, to promote unity and solidarity between African states and, of course, to contribute to economic, social, and political development of the continent. And that's what the leadership of the African Union has been pursuing over the years. And the African Continental Free Trade Area is one of the ways which the AU wants to achieve the goal of economic prosperity of the continent and to promote peace, unity, and of course foster free movement of goods and persons. So once more, happy Africa Day to all my African brothers and sisters. So today we will continue with our discussions on the competition policy protocol of the AfCFTA agreement, and we are looking at anti-competitive business practices and conduct. What are under Article 5 of the protocol? What are the anti-competitive practices that the agreement does not permit? Number one of the anti-competitive practices that's not allowed under the competition policy protocol. Number one is agreements between undertakings, that's corporations, companies, decisions by associations of undertakings or companies, and concerted practices between undertakings which have as their object the prevention, restriction, or distortion of competition in the market. What this means is two companies cannot have agreement to prevent, restrict, or distort competition in the market. Associations of undertakings, whether corporations, organizations, companies, cannot also have such arrangement where you prevent, you restrict, or distort competition in the market. So the competition policy does not permit that. Number two, abuse by one or more undertakings of a dominant position in the market. You cannot abuse because you have a dominant position in the market, you are not allowed to abuse and take advantage of that position to the detriment of the others. Number three, mergers or acquisitions that are likely to prevent, restrict, or distort competition in the market, in particular giving rise to the creation or strengthening of a dominant position. So if you're merging, if two companies or organizations are merging just for the purpose of preventing, restricting, or distorting competition in the market, that's majorly to give rise to the creation or to have a dominant position in the market, like two of them coming together to have a dominant position where you are likely to prevent or restrict or distort competition in the market, then that's not allowed. Finally, the abuse of economic dependence is not allowed, and any other competitive practices. So that is what we have for today's episode, and we will move into the others next week. And as usual, the podcast is for educational purposes only. If you need expert advice, or if you want us to come to your organization to speak or to train in respect of preparing to trade under the AfCFTA, you can reach out to me via LinkedIn or Mobile Decola, or send a message via any of the platforms you're listening to the podcast. So until next week, I say to you, okay, before I go, I'm looking forward to next week's episode, and there's a surprise there. Okay, bye-bye.